in this scene. So I want to say, yeah, it's done, man. It's done. He has a mountain to climb, man. I gotta be honest. Emotions out of it, because I do like OJ Rose. I want him to win. I think this is too big for him. So that's how I predict the fight to go. Julie Polka versus Alina Vampire. I'm just gonna ignore how to say her name. I don't know how to say the last part, but me looking on this fight, it's gonna be very entertaining. You're gonna see why I criticize Astra Wet so much with her fight on the prime card, because there's so many better fights, and this is one of them. It's gonna be like it's gonna be top five, definitely top five female fights in the influencer boxing scene. It's very equally matched. I think they've both been training the same amount of time. They're both very aggressive and tough in the ring. It's going to be very hard for them to get a KO, but I do think, I won't be surprised if it happens. They might be the first people to break that. Or it's more like TKOs in female boxing, but man, I say never, because, these influencers, me doing a lot of research on them and making my statistic videos, man, a lot of them are chinny, so if you have enough power, you can get it done, man. So I won't say never, but it's most unlikely. I think it's going to be either the draw or it's going to go to Julie. I think she's the bigger fighter. I think if the longer fighter, whoever has a longer reach in this fighter, in this fight, is going to have the harder time winning. And I think that's going to be a very tough thing to deal with when you in the beginning of your career, especially with female boxing. You have to be very, very quick on your feet to work your way on the inside. And the quickness is not what female boxing has. They really struggle to get there. So, but I want to say she has a very good chance at winning, though. It's very equally. Like I say, it could be a draw. It could be seen as a controversial win to one or the other. So I want to go with Julie. I want to say Vampire because I do like her aggressiveness. Her last fight was very entertaining. I really like that fight. And I love this for female boxing, too. It's going to look great. It's going to look great. I'm glad they got a spot as the co-main event. Now, on to the main event. A lot of people think B-Dave is the underdog and Jarvis is just going to wipe through him. I don't think so. I think B-Dave is improving slowly. He's developing into the style, real crab daddy. Real crab daddy. So we're going to see what he does. I think as I look back at Jarvis's old opponents, I try to compare B-Dave to him. And I think, and it just left me thinking how Anisan Gibb uses his whole body to punch, and I ask myself, do B-Dave hit as hard as Gibb? I think it's maybe the same, just because Gibb maybe load up his shots and not so much with B-Dave the way he does, but I think it's probably similar, so I don't see him knocking out Jarvis. Jarvis may leave with some cuts and bruised faces, but I don't see him being knocked out, so it's going to be it's going to probably be a fight where both guys are bruised, but one guy would hit the more cleaner, more volume. So I can see that being a bang out, man. I mean, B-Dave is getting stronger and stronger in each fight. I mean, just to see him grow from the Pineda fight to now, he's definitely more developed as a fighter. So, man, Jarvis, perfect fight for him, man. I mean, it's a winnable fight for him. It's not too mismatched. It's a great introduction to Misfits. Jarvis got to do his thing, man. Want to say, man? Jarvis can get it done. It's all about his mental now. Mentally, coming off his first loss against Gibb, coming into this fight, let's see how it translates to the ring. How determined he is to get back up and choose that fight doesn't define him and define his boxing skills. So him working with the Mayweathers, I think they're going to do a good job at make sure his mental is good coming into this fight. So that's why I believe he's going to win by late stoppage. And his skill set, of course, I think is a little more developed in certain ways that B-Dave isn't developed. So I want to say Jarvis by late stoppage. Knockouts, it's going to be hard, man. Maybe a towel could get thrown in too, a TKO in the later rounds. Jarvis predicted 4th round KO. B-Dave said 3rd. This is his best chance, man. Against this is he has to get him out early, which we already saw Tums and Eddie do. So that's why I say, yeah, Jarvis getting this man. But anyway, make sure to tune in. Had to split it up so many times. My phone, maybe they can let my phone go to sleep. So Got to change that for my next videos. Yeah, but stay tuned to my channel. I want to talk about the pros holding the belts in the Misfits scene. This is going to be my next video. Yeah, see you guys later.